I will watch Ekop.
Okay, then I'll watch C4.
Okay. So, looks like Ekop is kicking it off with his implants deck.
And C4 has had his Hermelian band, and Ekop has had his Smelly Deck band.
Yep.
Ooh,
So,
kind of a pretty good opener for C4. C4 is looking at his hand is Goblin Fireworker, Fia, Fireball, and Massive Assault.
well, he has Fiat. That's going to suck for Ekop because he's going to probably open with Aristocrat. Yeah.
He's also got the Fireworker for the implant.
Oh, this is going to be bad. The Fiat is going to be really, really tough to beat here. Although, Ekop can follow it up with a Gross Experiment and then a Metabolic Overcharger for card draw and board control. So he's going to have to hope the Gross Experiment lives, because if it doesn't live, he's basically going to lose. And now, of course, the Fia play, which was expected.
If Ekop's able to stabilize, C4 has Goblin Fireworker and triple Fireball in his hand now.
Okay, so what does Ekop do? I think he's got to go with the Gross Experiment and hope that it lives for the Overcharger. Because Assassin is... I mean, Assassin doesn't stop the board as well. But we'll see what he does. I don't think Assassinating here is the right play.
No, I don't think so either. He's got to establish some kind of board presence.
Okay. So Ekop's really thinking here. Again, I think Gross Experiment is the play. It's the only shot.
Well, let's see. Let me check Ekop's deck real quick. I don't really expect too much out of anything special. Okay. He's not playing... He's playing Wisdom.
Yes.
In the deck.
He goes with the Assassin. Yeah, I wonder what the Wisdom is for. I assume, like, Library Guards and stuff?
Yeah, the only card I'm... Oh, Library Guards, Force Mage Protector. And that's it. That's the only Wisdom cards I'm seeing in the list.
Is he running Helm?
Nope.
No Helm. That's why. Because if you don't need double Dominion, then, yeah, you can just do that.
Yeah, one of each.
I assume he has mutants.
Of course.
Of course he has mutants. Top deck mutant would be pretty good, actually.
Wind-Seeking Mutant.
Wind-Seeking Mutant. That's what it's called.
But yeah, I mean, now C4 has a second Goblin Fireworker in hand. Then draw a Shrine, he's gonna Divine Offering something, but he's really pondering what he tosses a Fireball. I assumed he would throw a Fireball.
Well, fireballing that isn't really... The Assassin is not that dangerous.
No, I know, but
Although it is threatening to just straight up kill Fia, so C4 should probably respond with Gibbo and Roni if he has that.
No, he's got double Fireworker, double Fireball in his hand.
He probably will just Fireball then, I think.
I would wager so, yeah. He wants to save the Fireworkers for 3 mana destroy an artifact. Because otherwise those implants, especially if they go on a Raven, are just too much for a Rage deck to deal with.
And there's the Fireball. And that does another 3 damage, which is bad news for Ekop.
And it's another 2 damage coming from Fia's eventual sacrifice.
Yeah, I don't think he has any reason to sack her now, because assassinating it is very slow. He's got to hope to draw a mutant or something. I think now he has to play the Gross Experiment. Or he could play Gross Experiment, Coin, Assassinate. I'm sorry, Spark. I'm just used to saying Coin. That might actually reduce a lot of the damage.
But we'll see what if anything Ekop has to answer this.
I think he's gonna use a Spark now. It's the most tempo he can get out. To play Gross Experiment, Spark, Assassinate to kill the Thea.
Yeah.
I think that's his best play. Because, I mean, how else is he gonna use, you know, his Spark?
Well, still only got the double Fireworker and Fireball in hand. It's just nothing but shrines for C4 as of late. So
Now, the funny thing is... No, wait, actually, if he plays a Fireworker and then passes to save the mana for the Overcharger, Ekop can just assassinate it off the Spark. Which will make sure that... No, he just plays double Fireworker, okay. So he's gonna assassinate Thea here, I think.
Yep.
And then probably kill a Fireworker. And then if C4 wants to sack a Fireworker, that's fine. Because that's basically 2 kills off of that Overcharger. Which works out pretty well.
Well, I don't know if he, depending on when he does it, if he attacks the Fireworker and...
There's no mana. C4 has no mana to sack it. So that's the difference. If C4 had only played 1 Fireworker to save the mana, Ekop would have then assassinated that Fireworker instead.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Alright, so now he's gonna go for a level most likely. Actually, he doesn't have to. He could actually go for mana. No, it doesn't make any difference. He might as well go for a level.
Yeah, you want to hit that second level as soon as you can.
Although he could play on level 1. Oh, he goes for the mana because the only card in his hand that needs 2 levels is Gnome Surgeon right now. Which means until he decides to play it, he can just keep going mana.
Yeah, he doesn't need that Surgeon for a while. That's really more of a late game card or a tempo card if you can get the if you can get the implant out on turn 4.
Yeah. And now the Aristocrat probably is going to get played as well. Might as well.
Yeah.
So Ekop making a reasonable comeback here, but I think C4 should still be ahead. If he sacks the Fireworker though, I think Ekop's fine because he can just get another Overcharger via the Gnome Surgeon, which he has.
C4 top decks a Burning Rage, which could help turn things around.
Not sure if he has the mana to play it.
He has the mana to play Burning Rage followed by a Fireball. I'm not exactly 100% sure what the Fireball would accomplish, but he could get the card draw, and he kind of needs the card draw. Give me 1 second. Something just got unplugged under my computer, so I gotta disappear from my webcam for a second.
Don't worry, buddy. We'll still be here.
Okay, there it is. Oh, I didn't know. Do you have music? Do you have music enabled in the background for your stream? I mean, I could have all the music I wanted, but it doesn't really make any difference for me.
I think the game music is on.
Okay, well, I'm not 100% sure if people can hear it. That's...
Oh, it was muted, actually.
Ah, okay. Because I was
there's a little bit of
thinking...
music now. I honestly wasn't even thinking about that. I just was focused on something else. Okay, so C4 doesn't use the Fireball, which means he could put another Overcharger on the...
the assassinate for the Fireworker means those artifacts or that implant is going to stay around.
What I think he's going to do is play a Raven here after he attacks the Goblin. It is dangerous, though, because that puts him at 7 life. We'll see what he decides. He has Mind Extortion, but that's not going to do a whole lot.
Mind Extortion gets rid of the Fireball in C4's hand, and that could... I mean, it leaves C4... Not only does it leave C4 with 2 shrines in hand, it gives Ekop the knowledge of knowing that C4 is completely out of steam.
The other play would be to play the Force Mage Protector and ensure that the Twisted Experiment survives. Because with the shield, it will not die.
Yeah. So
and it develops another creature and allows the 3/1 to attack as well. Or he could shield the 3/1, actually. That might be a better play.
Yeah. Ekop doesn't know it, but the Mind Extortion might just be his strongest play, if only because It might not seem it, but the knowledge knowing that, oh, there he goes. The knowledge knowing that C4 is completely out of steam in full-blown top deck mode is going to give Ekop a huge sigh of relief. You know what I mean? Knowing that C4 is no longer holding any burn in hand, any removal, or any creatures, and knowing what C4 throws at him from now on is what he top decks, is just going to give Ekop just such a strong sense of control. He's going to really feel like he's stabilized. Speaking of which, Flameborn Incarnate will be coming down here, I assume, if only because it's the only thing C4 has to play this turn.
It isn't very good, though.
No,
He might
but
not have a choice, though.
Exactly, it's something. He's got to have something.
He
passes.
turn. Wow. So Gnome Surgeon, I think, is the play for Ekop. Get another Overcharger going on the Twisted Experiment. Get another card draw.
Yeah.
He keeps the Mind Extortion. Interesting. I didn't think he'd need it, but maybe he wants to play it along with the Gnome Surgeon. Now, he plays it anyways. He wanted to see his hand again.
Yeah, information, especially when you're trying to stabilize against a rage, like a rush deck, information as to what your opponent could be holding is really important.
Indeed. And now he's going to probably make the Raven play, I assume.
I would,
something,
yeah.
Probably the 3-1. Or shield the Raven.
Shielding
the Raven is actually a good play here, too, because that's the thing that gives you life.
Yeah.
And giving it an Overcharger is going to be crushing.
Ooh. The argument could have been made to shield one of the front row creatures, because C4 did just top deck into a Fire Blast, and if C4 then threw the Fire Blast at the Raven to prevent the life gain, then all of his front row stuff wouldn't have died. So he's probably going to lose the Experiment and the Aristocrat here. But if he does have he's got the Surgeon in hand, right? I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's going to Surgeon to play the Overcharger.
Yes, he's going to Surgeon to gain 5 life.
That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, a little bit. And C4, pretty much his only move is going to be to Fire Blast the front row, or Ekop's front row. The only question is, does he point it at
he plays it at the Protector because the other guy's going to be a 1-2.
Yeah.
Then again, it could draw more cards.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a risk. So C4 is a tough decision to make.
Which is why he's taking so long to make it.
Wow. Second Burning Rage.
I think he just really wants to try and get as many answers as he does top deck a Word of Fire, knocks the shield off the Raven. Although I'm not 100% sure he realized the shield was there.
Yeah, that's actually losing the game immediately because of lethal of the Gnome Surgeon.
Yep, but he might have been just hoping and praying that
the thing is, a shielded 5/5 Raven is like impossible to answer.
Yeah, so. But the Gnome Surgeon comes down. Ekop is going to take game 1, and at least one of
immediately.
Oh, I know, but at least one of my predictions is so far coming true.
Ekop is doing well. You were right.
Ekop is doing very well. So
Ekop takes game 1.
We will go into game 2.
Zizo beat AKA Wonder 2-0 already.
Wow. So we could very easily see Ekop versus Zizo.
Yep.
And if I remember correctly, yeah, that would be the German. That would be a German mirror match. German versus German in basically the top 2. So all right, so we'll see. But that's if Ekop can win this final game, or this next game, I should say.
We will see.
And Ekop's got his Hermelians versus C4, who...
This will be pretty cutthroat.
Yeah, C4's got the Warrior followed by the Fia, and then a Disciple of Zash, Fire Blast, and Flame Serpent. I mean, an okay hand, but he's got to kind of get some pretty good draws to fill out his curve.
Oh, Ekop plays the Grove, which is bad because he had an Elf Scout, which would not die to Fia. So
okay, so he throws away the flame. He throws away the Flame Serpent, keeps the Disciple. He must be thinking Disciple is really good at.
Although he might actually just force out the use of the Ambush Strike. We'll see if that's what he does. He does use the Ambush Strike. So he trades an Ambush Strike for a Fia.
Not a bad trade.
I suppose it's all right.
Well, it keeps you in the game in the sense that you have, you know, in the sense that now you have a board, as opposed to just losing your board entirely.
Well, we'll see what he follows up with. He draws another Grove Guardian. Wow, that's amazing. Actually, that is an amazing top deck.
Yeah.
But
he doesn't.
Face.
Yeah, he doesn't go for the clear. He's going full Smork.
That's weird, actually. I would have killed the Goblin because limiting Rage's ability to damage you is a big deal, and he can't Fire Blast yet.
No, he cannot. He's one turn away from Fire Blasting.
And next turn, Path of Transcendence. I think Ekop just starts. I think what Ekop should have done is kill the Goblin and then just start loading up the Path combo. Because that's his turn 3 play.
Oh. C4 whiffs on a Divine Offering.
Oh, so he can't go up a mana?
He's not going to go up a mana this turn. He's going to...
Oh, that's
huge.
Pretty bad.
He's going to fall so far behind. He doesn't get to Disciple of Zash or Fireball this turn. The best he can do is a Lizard Barbarian. He's going to be 2 turns off of Fire Blast. Oh man, that's a huge whiff.
That probably just loses the game on the spot.
Probably, yeah. I mean, that is
in a cutthroat battle like this, you can't lose a card and a mana.
Yeah, I mean, what did he mulliganed away a Fireworker, I think. Something inconsequential. But geez, that is, especially since he could have developed the Disciple of Zash this turn and started pinging off pinging off elves, or at least gotten 1 turn closer to Fire Blast, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Just,
it's just
man.
Being further up in mana is always a good thing. So we'll
What
see
a
if
whiff.
Ekop plays the Path or if he plays the Outbreak. Because Outbreak is not... Okay, he's going to attack with just 1, which means that one is going under Path, and the other one is probably going to the back row.
Yeah.
Yep, there's the Path. So he's going to put the other one in the back? Yep.
Back
Okay.
row. Yep.
So he's building the combo, and C4 is in a bad shape.
C4, he drew a Burning Rage.
I think he has to play it.
Yeah, he kind of has to, and then he has to Divine Offering for a Shrine. Because he tosses the Disciple, gets the Shrine. So I really think he's going to play the Burning Rage and get the level, or get the mana. Nope, gets the mana. Plays the Burning Rage. So, 6 of one, half dozen the other.
This is his only way to try to come back, but still...
Yeah, that could, in theory, help him stabilize, but it's going to be very, very hard for him to do so.
The problem is, it won't take long for Ekop to build a killer combo.
No, it won't, especially
Cavalry
if he's
field.
got...
Yikes.
Yeah, that Cavalry is going to be a big deal.
But is he going to play the Elf Commander or the Cavalry Field? If he plays Cavalry Field and hides it, he can bring out it and the Grove Guardian, and that'll be 5 damage on the board. Which could be what he wants. No, he goes for the Commander.
I think the Commander's the better play, if only because if you throw it in the... you throw it under Path, then it's a bigger creature. Nope. Okay, so he's going to pretty much be forcing the Fireball here from C4.
Yeah, because he can't get through.
Yeah.
And he's on the clock.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Ekop can kind of can be a little more choosy about what goes under Path because C4 is burning himself. Goes for the Word of Fire. I guess he values He values the fireball to the face.
Well, yeah, then
Although
he
he
has to
does
keep pushing the damage.
Yeah, he does though top the Goblin Warrior to
That's
fill
pretty
out
good.
to fill out his turn perfectly. Am I? Nope. Okay. For a second there, it looked like I was going to get disconnected.
So now I
But
think he plays Cavalry Field and hides it. No, he plays the Niena.
he can still play Cavalry.
He could. But that means he
I
won't be
think
able to activate the path.
I don't. Like I said, I don't know if he really needs to.
Wait, is he gonna put Niena on their path?
I don't.
does.
He does. Wow.
Interesting. The thing is, Niena goes on the back line, so he won't be able to use her to attack. Still
I know,
a 1
but if
for
he does
Niena.
it, I was about to say if he does it at the end of C4's turn, he does get the ability to move it to the front row and have a 1/4 blocker. So another 4 drops Ekop to 7. C4 does have another fireball in hand. It's going to have a 2/2, a 2/2. I mean, they're 4/4s now, but they can't block. A Tornado Outbreak is
Ooh,
going to
Haldiri
get...
off the top is gonna be pretty big.
Oh,
Because when he plays Haldiri, both of them will be 3/3s, and it'll just clear up C4's board.
yep. Down to 13. 2/2. There's 3/3,
Oh wow,
3/3,
third
3/3.
Grove Guardian off the top. That's brutal. Because he can play that, get a Shrine, and play the Haldiri.
Yes.
Niena
So
goes
there's
to
the
the
one-
front, because it might
Yep.
as well. It's a 1/4.
I'll say there's the 1/4 blocker. So this is round 3. We still have one more round after this.
Yep.
And after this game, we should do a little bit of, well, we'll see who's playing and, or who's still playing. If no one's playing, we can discuss who could potentially win what.
We're probably going to want to look at the big prizes. Who will be the 4 3-pointers? Okay, he's going to Divine Offer probably his Outbreak. I don't think he needs it anymore. Unless he wants to save it for a Flame Serpent or something.
Yeah.
But is he gonna play Haldiri? Probably is. It puts in a lot of damage. If he swings all out, he does 9 damage.
No, if he plays the Haldiri, he's swinging in for 3...
Oh, I'm sorry. That's 11 damage.
Yeah, that is 11 damage. I couldn't math for a second. But,
Wait, where's
yeah,
the Haldiri? Did we miss something?
did he Divine Offering it away? Did he Divine Offering before
Oh,
grab...
no. Haldiri was on top, and... Actually, I don't even know what happened.
He must have Divine Offering it away. Does he still have the Tornado Outbreak in hand?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
he
He
chose...
sent that away. Never mind.
Yeah, he chose that instead. But he still got the 4.
Yeah, this works pretty well though because it clears the board and does a lot of damage. And in this position, C4, because of the outbreak, C4 can't mount an offense really.
Yeah, I mean...
And the 1/4 blocker.
Yeah, and he's just not... Even if he had double Fireball in hand, he doesn't have the mana to do it. He doesn't have the... He just doesn't have... I mean,
Double
he's got a
Fire
word of...
Blast would have been the only answer.
He does have a Fire Blast in hand. He does have Fire Blast and Word of Fire, so he could...
He could kill three of the Grove Guardians, which he has to.
Yeah,
Because
well,
a
he
single
could...
elf will kill him.
Yeah. So, Fire Blast pointed at one of those, and then Word of Fire. So he can wipe the board, and does kind of actually put him back in the game, because he's got Fia and Fireball, and Ekop will be kind of having to reestablish his board. He did just use Tireless March, so it'll be another 3 turns before he can use it.
Yeah, I feel like the game will end before he gets to that.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see if C4 is able to actually climb back in this game.
If he had that 1 more mana, this would have been an entirely different game.
Absolutely.
Well, C4, I think he has to play Fire Blast Ward here to just try to clean up the 3 guys. Because Niena's only doing 1 damage. On the other hand, Niena is getting elves off the top.
Yeah, that was the other thing I was thinking. He could fire Niana and then fire blast one of them.
Right, so one thing will survive. It's a question of which one. I guess he wants to go for that, which makes sense because the Grove Guardian, while it's doing damage, is not getting continuous draws for Ekop.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's just a matter of do you point the fire blast at the left 2-2 or the right 2-2? That was really the only decision there. After he played the Word of Fire, so Amp Haldiri Rider is just GG. Haldiri Rider wins the game.
Haldiri Rider wins. The Cavalry Field, which she has, is also pretty good because any damage done to C4 is huge.
Absolutely.
He's gonna use his hero power as well to do 4 damage right now, which puts C4 at a very dangerous clock.
Very much.
Because with 2 life, he has basically like 2 turns, and he can't take any damage.
In all honesty, he only has the 1 turn because if he plays he plays something here, and then loses a life, and I mean.
Well, he takes damage at the end of turn, so he has
2
2 turns.
I know. Well, no. My point is, yeah, he could play double Fireball here, or Fire Blast, or he's got another Word of Fire, so Word of Fire, Fireball. But I mean, if he wipes the board, then yeah, he has 2 turns. But he either wipes the board and has 2 turns, or he's got this turn. But even then, he's got double Fireball on hand, but he's got to use one of those Fireballs to kill something. Unless he plays the Fireworker in his hand that could trade with the Grove Guardian.
Thing is, Ekop has no creatures in hand, but again, he doesn't need any. So actually, he has to win really soon. He goes for this play, so his only chance is going to be Dragonfire Fireball? No, that's only 8 damage.
I mean, he does have the 1 drop here to kind of finish out the curve, but again, Ekop can end his turn with a Tornado Outbreak.
Well, he will only outbreak something like a Flame Serpent. Yeah. Yeah, Ekop wins with anything. Elf Commander, that's pretty good. And a Summoner Druid. But he just plays everything and then...
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way C4 can win with 7 mana. No, because he can't get past the defenses.
No, he can't.
He'd need to play 3 Fireballs, but that's 9 mana.
Yeah, and with the although it would have been if Fireball hadn't gotten nerfed, this would be lethal with 3 Fireballs.
Yes, but Fireball at 2 mana is insanely good.
No doubt. Almost as good as Lightning Bolt from Magic, which is 3 damage for 1 mana.
Oh god, that card. That's pretty good too.
Little bit. But yeah, we're really just looking like this is going to be the end of things. Just not anything C4 can do.
That Divine Offering just
that
really
did
screwed
it,
him
yeah.
up.
Now, if C4 wants style points, he fireballs himself in the face.
That's what I would have done, I think. Fireball that, but yeah, there's
What's
just
funny
not
is
enough
Lizard
mana.
Barbarian doesn't even finish off. Yeah.